All right, everyone. Very good afternoon. Okay, thank you so much for taking the precious time off on the Saturday cold and rainy afternoon to join us today on our this ISE program, Open Day Sharing. Okay, so my name is Adam. I'm the Deputy Head of Outreach and External Relations with the department. Okay, so over the next hour or so, we will have a short program lined up for you guys, okay, just to share with you more about our this ISE program with our professor and also our students. And then we'll also have some chance for you to, clarify any questions or doubts that you have regarding our programs, and then also have some further interaction and discussion, okay, with faculty members and also the staff. So while you are, enjoying your bento lunch, we will make a rolling start with some of the presentations. Okay, so I do need you guys' help later, right? After when you are done with the lunch and the boxes, to when you are making your way out, okay, right? Just to help us to put it inside the bags that you see at the two sides, right? And then we will be able to keep the place neat and tidy. Okay, so for the prospective students, once again, congratulations for getting the offer for our this ISE program. We are, of course, very excited to journey with you for the next few years of your academic career. All right, so of course, this probably will also be the only time you are allowed to eat in the lecture theatre, right? Because it's NUS regulation that no food and drink inside this LT. But today, we break the rule, all right? Okay, so we will now begin with the program. Okay, so for the first one, we will have a program curriculum sharing, IC program sharing by our this Associate Professor Ye Zhisheng, okay, who is the Deputy Head for our undergraduate matters. All right, so he will share with you more about our this ISE curriculum and requirements. Okay, right, Prof. Ye, please.
Okay, so thank you. Nice to meet you, and congratulations for our prospective students. So, so today I'm going to share with you the curriculum in ISE. Okay, so when you choose ISE, the very first question you might have is, what is ISE doing, right? So in ISE, ISE is quite different from traditional engineering departments. We do not do physical experiment. So what we are doing is analytics. So we use analytics to solve engineering problems and improve their performance. Okay, so what kind of analytic do we do? We have data analytic and simulation, optimization. Okay, and all of these will finally lead to decision making so that we can make recommendation to the system owners to improve their system. Okay, and the system can be like transportation system, okay, or like maritime system, or like the system in the bank, or it can be in a very broad sense. Okay, so in order to have these analytics skills, our department has slightly higher requirement on the mathematical foundation. So you will find that we have more mathematical courses compared with other engineering departments, like linear algebra, calculus, statistics, probability, and also optimization. Okay, but we are not mathematics department, so our math is not so intensive compared with the math department. Okay, but in order to lay a good foundation for the analytics, so we have more mathematical courses compared with other engineering departments. Okay, and in order to give you some concrete sense, what kind of problem we can solve, okay, I give two system design projects I supervised in the last 2 years for illustration. Okay, so this project was done last year. So you might know that in ISE, so in your year 3 or year 4, then you will team up to solve a problem from the industry, and usually the team size is like 4 to 5 students. Okay, and the problem is provided by the company, and the company. So when company provides a project, they need to pay to the department. So it is not a free project. So those companies are actually quite serious about these projects because they've paid the money, and they pay the money because they feel that it is worth the money. Okay, and what did our student do? So this is a project with Albert. So our student built the FlexSim simulation model to replicate the production process. Okay, and based on the replica, our student can run the simulation, identify the bottleneck in the production process. Okay, and they find a few bottlenecks in the process so that they can propose some changes to the production line. In addition, based on the simulation, they find some bottlenecks, right? And they can suggest some preventive maintenance actions to improve the reliability of the machines in these steps, so that the machines in these steps will not break down so frequently compared with other machines, and this can enhance the performance of the system. And with their improvement, so originally the total runtime is about like 3,500 hours, and with the improvement, they can improve it by approximately 10% in the runtime. So after the improvement, the runtime reduces to about 3,200. Okay, so this is one example. We use simulation to analyze the system, and then finally it leads to decision making. Okay, and this is the second project which was finished last month. It is again an SDP project, system design project, and the project is with NUH. Okay, so NUH has the MIX award management system, which is the quality improvement excellence system. So they have such a system to welcome projects from their staff to improve, to continuously improve. And every year they will receive a lot of proposals. And the review of the proposal takes a lot of time because everyone needs to write a long proposal, right? And telling telling NUH what I propose and what am I going to do and what is the expected outcome. So every year they will spend a lot of time to review the proposal. Okay, so this year, it was last year. Last year they proposed such a project. So they want our students to come up with an AI agent to help them screen the proposals. Okay, and after screening the proposal, the AI agent can help summarize the pros and cons of each project. Okay, and the AI agent can also help give a preliminary score for each project. Okay, so based on the analysis of the AI agent, then the summarized information can be passed to the judges. Okay, and then the judges can take a look at the summary provided by the AI, and if needed, then they will take another look in the proposal. So, by combining AI and expert judgment, this can significantly save the processing time of their proposal review process. Okay, so you can see that previously the time taken for every step, for example, the quality assessor, or at the end, we need to generate an email to tell the applicants what is your result. Okay, so the whole process will take a lot of time. Okay, with the AI agent our student develop, the time can be significantly shortened, especially like the routine work of email compilation. Okay, so in this case, we use the emerging AI analytics to improve the system performance, and at the end, we can save the processing time for their proposal review process. Okay, so these are two examples where ISE analytics can be helpful in the industry. Okay, and there are much more projects ongoing every year. So every year we have about 25 system design projects. And all of the projects come from the company. We help the company solve their problem. Okay, so many companies like NUH or Micron has been working with us for many years. And next year, should be this year, we have 3 projects from Scoot. And for Scoot, they want us to help improve their scheduling in the airport, and also like the booking system improvement. If you want to book a ticket, there's a booking system, right? And then the ISE, for example, statistics analytics can be helpful to help them predict the customer demand, right? And we also have the revenue analytic module in ISE. So it is a 4,000 level course, and such courses can be useful for them to adjust their price dynamically. Okay, so you will see many more applications if you join us. Okay, so in addition to application to like healthcare, like NUH, or like the manufacturing company, like Abbott, okay, our students, our graduates, they also join like financial institute, like Citibank, DBS, or some online shopping platforms like Lazada and Shopee. Okay, because we do a lot of, for example, data analytics. You can use the data analytics to help them predict the customer demand. Okay, and then do recommendation system. Okay, and in financial institutions, okay, in ISE we do a lot of risk management. Okay, and if you go to the bank, you will find that many people in the risk management department actually graduate from ISE. Okay, and our students also join like local companies like Singtel or Micron. Micron actually has a huge demand from us. Okay, and also other big companies like Meta. And in terms of the employment, ISE employment rate is consistently higher than the national average for average employment rates for fresh graduate students. Okay, so last year the gap is not large, but this year the gap is quite significant. Okay, given the declining market or in the recent 2 years. Okay, our students are actually quite well sought after. And in terms of salary, okay, here is the monthly gross salary of our students. Okay, so this is the average. The blue line is the average, and the orange line is the median. Compare with other NUS Bachelor of Engineering departments, see, here's our mean, our median, right? And this one is the mean, this one is the median of other engineering departments. And the green line here is the national BEng median for all fresh graduates. Okay, so you can see that compared with other engineering departments, our salary, okay, mean and median are both higher than other engineering departments. And if we compare with other disciplines, okay, so this is the ISE median salary, 5,000. Okay. And then here's the engineering average, then business, and humanities, social sciences. Okay. So ISE, the median salary is also quite high, and here is the overall median salary for all fresh graduates in Singapore. Okay, so in terms of the employment rates and salary, ISE is actually quite competitive. Okay, so let's move to the curriculum structure, which are the courses you need to take when you come to NUS. Okay, so we divide, so totally you need to take at least 160 units, 160 credits, and usually each module carries 4 credits, 4 units. So it means that totally you need to take at least 40 courses. Okay, so we divide the courses into 3 categories. Okay, common curriculum, and our IC major, and then unrestricted electives. Okay, and the common curriculum is some common courses that is required to take for all engineering students. And the purpose is to go broad. And these courses include like Singapore study, and digital literacy, data literacy, project management, and artificial intelligence. Okay, so these are common courses that all NUS engineering students need to take. And in addition to that, we have 80 units of major requirement. Okay, and the 80 units of major requirement are offered by ISE. So these includes like calculus, engineering profession, industrial attachment, and differential equation, linear algebra. And for your cohort, this is an old course, probability and statistics. We will remove it by foundation of analytics. Okay, so for your cohort, this course will be replaced by foundation of analytics. Okay, and all of these courses are offered by ISE. And so these are, if I have a name here, then it means that they are compulsory. Okay, in addition to these compulsory courses, we also have 4 technical electives. So we provide a basket of courses from which you can pick 4 courses to fulfill the ISE major requirement. Okay, so totally you need to fulfill the 80 unit requirement. Okay, so this is to build a solid foundation, analytic foundation in ISE. Okay, and in addition to the major requirements, we also have the unrestricted electives. So for the unrestricted electives, you can use the 40 unit space to build your own career path. For example, if you want to continue to go deep in ISE, then you can choose some specialization offered by ISE. And in ISE, we offer 3 specializations. I will introduce it later on. Okay. Or if you are interested in courses offered by other departments or even departments outside CDE, then you can choose minor degree. No, we don't call it a degree. You can choose a minor or second major. Okay. So if you decide to pursue a specialization, then you need to take 20 units, 5 courses. Okay, and minor is the same. If you want to do a minor, you also need to take 5 courses to fulfill the requirement of a minor. For second major, you need to take 10 courses, equivalent to 40 units. Okay, so these are the requirements. And depending on which career path you are going to pursue, you can decide to take different specialization or minor or second major. Okay, and in ISE, we have 3 specializations. And if you take a minor, then the minor needs to come from, you need to take the minor outside ISE. And in NUS actually offers a lot of minor for you to choose. And in recent years, the most popular minor and also second major is AI and data analytics and computer science. And for second major, some of our students do like econ or business. Okay, so all of these are allowed. Okay, so if you are interested, if you have a broad interest, you want to export minor or second major outside CDE, you are also most welcome. Okay, so make good use of your 40 units of unrestricted electives. Okay, but if you feel like I don't want to go so deep, I just want to go broad, it is also allowed. You don't need to take any specialization or minor or second major. You can make use of the 40 unit unrestricted electives to choose any courses you want. That is also fine. That's also okay. Okay, that's also okay. Okay, and in ISE, so you need to take ISE principles and practice, which is our ISE major. And so for this ISE major, it satisfies the common curriculum and the major requirements. So it means that this course can be double counted. And because of the double counting, then actually you have 44 units for your unrestricted electives. Okay, so it means that you just need to take 9 courses from the common curriculum. Okay, and for the unrestricted electives, you are allowed to take 11 courses. Okay, so this will give you more freedom. Okay, and in ISE, I mentioned that we have 3 areas of specialization. Okay, and the 3 areas of specialization actually is to meet the current market demand. Okay, for example, our Deputy Prime Minister highlights the 3 important emerging areas in the future job market, like green transition, digitalization, resilient supply chain. Okay, and for us, we have 3 areas of specialization: supply chain analytics, okay, correspond to resilience of supply chain; sustainability analytics correspond to the green transition; and also the analytics and decision intelligence, which correspond to the digitalization. Okay, so you can see that we prepare our area of specialization to meet the market demand, so that we can prepare our UG for the future job market. Okay, and for the details of the 3 specializations, you can go to our website to learn more details. Okay, so generally, the requirement is that you need to do a FYP, the dissertation. Okay, and the dissertation carries 8 units. Okay, so in addition to the dissertation, you also need to take 3 elective courses out of a basket of courses under each area of specialization. And you can find the information from our ISE website. Okay, and so for specialization in analytics and decision intelligence, the requirement is the same. The difference is that the basket of courses is different. And for sustainability analytics, okay, you have 2 options. You can decide to do the FYP, or you can also decide not to do the FYP. But if you don't do the FYP, then you need to take 5 courses. Okay. Okay. So for the details, you can find it from our website. Okay. And here's some details about the dissertation. You can also find the details from our website. So I'm not going to read for you. And during your study in ISE, a very attractive program is the student exchange program. Okay, so many of our students will go for the student exchange program. So this option, it will allows you to experience independent living and learning in a different culture for 1 semester. In some special cases, you can apply for SEP for up to 2 semesters. But in that case, you need to plan your study carefully. Okay, because if you spend 2 semesters outside NUS, and if you don't plan your plan carefully, then after you come back, you will find that you might not be able to graduate in 4 years because you haven't taken some compulsory courses. Okay, so most students will go for 1 semester. If you want to go for 2 semesters, then you need to plan carefully. And if you want to go for 2 semesters, then you need to consult our expert, Stephen. Okay, so Stephen will give you good suggestions on how you can plan your study if you want to go for 2 semesters. But if you go for 1 semester, usually it will not affect too much. Okay, and your SEP, the student exchange program typically take place in year 3, but you need to apply in year 2. Okay, so after you join us, you will receive the information and the announcement in advance to remind you if you want to apply. Then will inform you accordingly. Okay, before the application deadline. Okay, so here is some reason why you want to join ISE. So we have highly relevant curriculum that meets the Singapore's job market demand. Okay, and we also modernize our curriculum to prepare our graduates for future of work. Okay, and as an example, we try to propose quite a few new courses related to AI. For example, a popular course is the Generative AI and FinTech, which was launched 3 years ago. And this next year, I think we will revamp our curriculum to include more AI components in some 4,000 level courses. Okay, so we are trying to keep modernizing our curriculum so that we can prepare our graduates for the market demand. Okay, and we also have excellent career prospects. Okay, and in ISE, we actually do not do physical experiment. We do analytics, and you can apply the analytics to many different domains. So this means that if you want to switch to some specialized area, the switching cost will be significantly lower compared with students from other departments. For example, if you are doing like mechanical engineering, right? You want to join Shopee to do analytics, to do for example data scientist. Then you might need to learn a lot of new things. But for us, you don't need to. The switching cost is much lower compared with other engineering students. Okay, so this is because of the nature of our course. We do not do physical experiments. Okay, so you are not pinned down to a very specialized area. Okay, so I think that is pretty much I want to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Prof. Ye. Next up, we have Year 4 student Lisha from ISE, and she will share with us on her ISE experience.
Hello, hi everyone. So I'm Lisha and I'm a Year 4 student. I'm actually enrolled in the Engineering Business Double Degree Program, and in Engineering I major in ISE. So I'm here today to share a little bit more about my journey and also what you can expect as an undergraduate student in ISE. So a little bit of background on me is that I graduated from Dunman High in 2021, and then I matriculated into NUS in 2022 into business administration only. But after the first year, I made the decision to apply for a second degree in ISE. And there are two reasons why I did that. The first one is that I gained an interest in using data-backed methods to solve decisions and also make decisions to improve systems and also outcomes. And so I felt that ISE was a good choice for that because of the selection of modules, for example, operations research and also optimization. And the second thing is that it's versatile. I was not set on a specific industry or path that I wanted to take. So I felt that the courses and the skill sets that I'll learn is actually relevant for many industries and also different roles as well. So this is how I built my degree. Just now, our prof shared a little bit about how you can do it, and this is how I decided to do mine. Because I am in a double degree program, so my situation is slightly different. But for the average, on the normal ISE students who are just in a single degree program, you can see that there are UEs over there, and you can explore a lot using that 10 courses. And for myself, I've chose to use a technical elective to study the module that Prof mentioned earlier, which is actually fintech and also AI in industrial engineering. If you choose to do anything like a double major or a second degree, then of course you have to spend a little bit longer, and it might exceed your UEs by a bit. But this is just an example for you to look at. So now more of the fun stuff on student life. In uni, there's a very vibrant CCA community in NUS, and you can find out more about them through the NUS Sing website. For myself, I saw this as an opportunity to make friends and widen my social circle, and also to go deeper into some of my interests, which are social causes. So as you can see, I joined the Engineering Good student chapter, whose parent organization is Engineering Good, where I got to be hands-on with certain activities like inclusive digitalization, and also I wanted to be able to apply some of the skills that I learned in ISE with real-world clients. So I joined consulting CCAs where we provide pro bono services, and I've got to actually apply some of the things that we learned in ISE, for example, VBA, by developing solutions for clients. And so I think for everyone here, I recommend you to join CCAs to basically develop yourself outside of academics, and also please join NUS ISE Club as well, although I didn't join, because you can actually get to make friends with a lot of people who are in your faculty and also, of course, your major. Now on to overseas programs. For myself, I chose to do the 1 month long winter abroad at Yonsei program in South Korea. And so this is a slightly different route from the more popular option, which is the student exchange program. And so to give a little bit of perspective on that and why it may be more attractive is that for summer and winter programs, they are 3 months long or 1 month long, and they take place outside of your semester plan, which means that it gives you a little bit more flexibility in terms of your course planning. However, the workload that you can map over there will be significantly fewer, and there may be fewer options for you to choose from, depending on which partner universities offer them. For a student exchange program, which is the more popular option, it's semester long, so you have to account for that when you do your study plan. However, the workload that you can map is more, so it's consistent with the NUS workload of around 5 courses. However, if financial aid is your concern, the NUS NASA scholarship and bursary are available for eligible students to apply. So I would say NUS provides a pretty good structure for global programs and for you to pursue things that you may be interested in overseas as well. And now on to internship experience. I feel like recently internship stacking and woes about this has been a pretty hot topic nationally. So for myself, I did 5 internships, and because I haven't graduated, so I'm currently doing the last one and my final one. And you can really see the versatility of an ISE degree and how it can be applied across multiple industries. So I've gotten the opportunity to be in the renewable energy industry, and then you have Micron as well, manufacturing, e-commerce, and now I'm in OCBC. You will see that the common theme across all of them is that there is a little bit of application of hard skills, so coding, the ability to visualize data, work with data. However, the thing that is a soft skill that you will develop and you learn that you can also apply from ISE is how to make them work for different contexts and organizations with vastly different problems. So some of the things I worked on were inventory management, demand planning. and then also back-end manufacturing, improving the process stability, and marketing analytics with my previous internship at Shopee. And right now at OCBC, I'm working on improving the governance and also processes that are taking place in a very highly regulated environment. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of opportunities for you to apply your skills, but I would like to emphasize a bit more on VIA and IA, which is short for Vocation Industrial Attachment and Industrial Attachment. So the Industrial Attachment is a requirement for you in the ISE curriculum. And for myself, I found it to be a very, very helpful thing because it gives you the opportunity to take time as an undergraduate student to apply your skills in a real-world context and also improve your employability afterwards. You can also take the Vocation IA if you are interested to extend the duration. So for myself, there's a bit of a typo. I did my internship with Sembcorp, the solar department, at the end of my year 2, and then also into year 3 semester 1. So this allowed me to work with them for a period of around 6 to 7 months. And what that allowed me to do is to have an extended time to get comfortable and familiar with the industry and the knowledge that I need to know about that domain, and then also have more exposure to different types of projects. So I think that the IA part of our curriculum is also extremely helpful for us to, as students, to basically gain more skills that are relevant to employers when we eventually do complete our undergraduate studies. And the last and final part of the undergraduate life, recently you see that there are more and more case competitions or hackathons if they are more data and software related. And so ISE has a flagship Micron ISE Business Analytics Case Competition, which is Micron ISE BACC for short. And this is hosted by Micron in collaboration with our ISE Club. And this is a great opportunity for ISE students to apply our skills to manufacturing-based kind of real-world problem. However, there are also a lot of case competitions and hackathons available to the wider NUS community and also the university community in Singapore. So I would encourage students to actually just try and go for it. If you can find a team and gather a team and basically use this opportunity to try and tackle different problems and showcase your ability, it's a good opportunity for you whether or not you leave with a certificate of an achievement in the end, because it allows you to understand what kind of expectations employers might have, and also expectations that are needed in the real world as well. And so for the systems design project, which our prof shared with you guys about earlier, because I'm not done this project. However, from past years, some students have actually shared that because they get to work with industry partners, this allows them to gain pre-work experience besides their industrial attachment, which means that you are able to put this on your resume and also showcase this as a skill that you have done this in the past, and it's an experience that you'll probably find to be very valuable. So if you are interested to see the past year projects, you can scan here. And you can also take this opportunity to see how ISE students are actually relevant in different organizations and industries as well. Yeah. So to end off my sharing, there are 4 key things that I wanted to basically share. And the first one is that I do firmly believe that ISE prepares you for a VUCA world. Because of the relevance of it across industries and how versatile it is, you can go broad or you can go deep based on the curriculum. So it is flexible for you and you have autonomy over that. And the next thing that I want to share also or to advise is don't aim for spamming as many CCAs or internships and doing case competitions, because you will get burnt out by it. So the advice I have is to explore, but also go in with intentionality. So why are you doing this and what can you get out of it in the end? And also, of course, there's a lot of uncertainty about what is out there. And also, there are a lot of things that you wouldn't know at the end of even a 4-year undergraduate program. When you go to different industries to work, when you do different internships, you also realize there's so much that you don't know about the domain, and there's a lot for you to pick up. So be comfortable with uncertainty and unfamiliarity, and adopt a mindset that, you have to continuously learn, and it's okay to make mistakes, and to take those as opportunities for growth as well. Yeah, so that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisha, for the insightful sharing. Now we have Naomi, who is the current ISE Student Club President. So the student club will work more with like student events. So let's hear from her.
Okay, hi everyone. I hope you all are having a great afternoon so far. So I'm Naomi. I'm currently the ISE Club 24 Management Committee President. So today I'll just be sharing some background about me and like how I came from a poly background that is totally different to ISE. So some information about me. So I graduated from Singapore Polytechnic in 2022. So yeah, that's me in the poster. So I actually graduated with a diploma in perfumery and cosmetic science. So yeah, actually most people are quite shocked to hear that, like, oh, then why am I here in ISE now? So actually after graduation in 2022, I did not know what I wanted to pursue. So after I completed a 9-month internship at Procter & Gamble, I decided to convert to a full-time employee there. So I was there for NG, I was working as a product researcher for the Pantene team. So if some people here who use a Pantene product, so it's actually hair care. So I was working covering the Japan and Philippine markets. So that gave me the opportunity to fly to Japan. And over here, I was inside the GMP lab making consumer products. So this was about I think May 2024, so exactly 2 years ago. So during my time at P&G, I did market research, and then I also worked on Power BI dashboards and some other miscellaneous stuff. So throughout this period, about 2 years of working there, I realized that there's something more that I wanted to study in university. So after I did some research, and then I found out that ISE curriculum actually really resonated with me. And I also wanted to do something that is like more data driven, and then because I was working with dashboards and things like that, so I decided to join ISE in 2024. So yeah, here are some of the pictures that I have in my first year. So I would encourage everyone to like join freshman orientation camps, or yeah, ISE camp, or maybe CDE camp, or CDE week camp. So of course, a lot of people like students, I think they had the misconception that when in the first year of uni, there might be orientation week, but no, like once you come into NUS, the first week is lectures and the tutorials already. So if there's and if you don't stay, not planning to stay on campus, then and you want to make more friends, it's better to join camps, so that at least there will be familiar faces on day one. Yeah, so in this presentation, I'll cover like why did I choose ISE and what's life like so far, and also what opportunities students will have outside of the classroom. So just now Prof mentioned about building your own degree. So for me, I decided to pursue a minor in management of technology, as my ISE major will already provide me skills in like data-driven decision making, process optimization, as well as cross-functional problem solving. And my management of technology minor, which is also offered by the ISE department, would then provide me the understanding of the market needs, business strategy, as well as the role of technology in innovation, which I felt that was also quite similar to the role that I want to pursue in the future, which is consumer product development. So combined with my previous R&D experience, as well as my diploma, I hope that these skills would definitely allow me to bridge consumer needs as well as technology and product development as a whole. So talking more about ISE events, so for semester 1, nearing the exam period, we would design and produce welfare packs for our students. And also we will collaborate with suppliers so that we ensure that our welfare pack is up to standard. And we also plan merchandise sales to help fund our club welfare. And then afterwards, during the winter break, we have night cycling. So all these events, students are free. free to join. But if you want to be part of planning such events, you can join the ISE Club, which applications will open in roughly end July or early August. Yeah, so for night cycling, we map out safe and fun cycling routes, and then also coordinate logistics and safety measures. So it's usually a chill night cycling event. So I think most people have a memorable night of connection and adventure outside of classroom. So afterwards, we also have community involvement projects. So here we liaise with external organizations, and then we plan and execute the events at such places. I think the last CIP event we did was at one of the CC, so we spend time with the elderlies there for half a day. Previous projects also include like beach cleanups and old folks home visit, especially during Christmas and Chinese New Year period. And for semester 2, we have a bit more happening here. So usually around the first recess week, we have ISE Day and Alumni Series, where we coordinate with alumni and industry professionals, and they come down to NUS and then provide sharing about their work and the industry, as well as we also get students to share more about their internship experiences. And then next we have the biggest event of the entire year. So this is the Business Analytics Case Competition. So it's a yearly collaboration with Micron. Yeah, and this is open to all pre-tertiary students. So poly students and JC students are free to join. And there will be a separate category for pre-U students and university students. So for the university student segment, all NUS students are allowed to join. And then we have special events during the winter break. So these are just fun, casual bonding events that focuses on fostering cohort cohesion. So past projects we have like bubble soccer, BBQ, and laser tag. And then the last event is the freshman orientation camp, which I feel like will be most relevant to everyone here. So currently the camp sign-ups is not open, but it will be opening soon, likely the last week of May. Yes. So more about my undergraduate life. So I attended winter school in China last year. So this is a 3-week program at Fudan University in Shanghai. So it was the last 2 weeks of December and first week of January. So here I completed CS 2040 DE, Data Structures and Algorithms. So there's a lot of students who actually ask me if IC is programming heavy. So this is one of the programming mods that we will be taking. So if you do not want to complete it in NUS, you can. This is another option for you to complete it in China. Yeah. So in these 4 weeks, I collaborated with international students and also managed to experience the Chinese and university culture. And here I explored a total of 6 cities across China during the program to make full use of the 30-day visa-free. Then also because I'm in ISE Club, so the Office of Student Affairs also do plan leadership camps. So I actually just came back from the camp 2 days ago, and we went to JB, and then we went Tanjong PI. So here, this was the first 2 pictures are from the first camp from last year, and then these 2 pics are just from a few days ago. So during these 2 days overnight camp in Malaysia, I managed to get to know presidents from other clubs and student leaders and presidents from other clubs. And then we together we learn people management and also team leadership through peer sharing and other activities. So here we communicated and collaborated and shared about how we manage our clubs and also how we plan activities, and just to share info and learn from one another. So gain insights into managing basically events and our own club committees, and also how we operate within the club. So to end off, I'd like to share some of our ISE socials. So on the left is our Instagram page, where we will post updates about our ISE club events. I can keep up to date on that. And then for on the right side, we have a Telegram. So sometimes we do post about things, share updates on academics, activities, careers, and also some notices for our ISE community. So yes. Okay, I'll leave this here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Naomi. So you might have some questions for our professors and the students who are present. So right now is our Q&A session. So if you have any questions regarding ISEM curriculum or student life, please scan the QR code here. So we can, I can direct the questions to either a professor or a student. If you prefer, can also raise your hand and I'll come to you and we can pass the mic to you. What is the cohort size for ISE? It was around, average is 100 per year. Thank you, Prof. Because there are students who transfer at the end of a semester to like different, like from another engineering department, if they find that maybe they want to try something else. So the number is not fixed, but the average is about like 80 to 100.
Unfortunately, ISE specialization only for those program with ISE, not open for IDE. Right? I mean, ISE awarded with IDE. What is it? If you want to do second major, yes, you can always opt to do any or second major beside your current program. Example, second major in economics, second major in data analytics as well.
So it's possible, as long as you are not, as long as you are in ISE, you can choose to do a second major that is not systems engineering, basically.
Anyway, I not really encourage you to do more than 2 second major because many second majors, it will disrupt your progress of your study because you need to work within 4 years in the undergraduate program. Beyond the 8 semester, you need to pay additional cost fee. Also, try to work within 4 years. So it's a good career planning and the academic progress. If you really want, then you choose 1 second majors or 1 plus 1 or minor. That will be good for you.
Thank you, Stephen. So yes, you can do a second major in computer engineering. Yeah. So this, what is the difference between business degree and ISE? Who would like to? Are you business, right? You want to? Okay.
I think I just point out the major differences. The major differences because business not very specialized in optimization, predict things that will be happening in the corporate world. ISE actually is more specialized in the prediction, simulation as well. So this is a difference between what is a business and ISE.
If I can add on, if you're interested in the differences, you can actually look at the curriculum. For NUS Business, the specialization really comes in only much later on, and the hard skills, if there are any, will only come in then. In the first 1 to 2 years, you'll be focusing on the business core, which are very, very general. So like project is quite general, like you do things like accounting, finance, but all those are very, very basic. So for business, they don't focus on the technical skills needed. But for ISE, they are very specialized and also actual hard technical skills that we learn that is integrated into decision making, for example. So these two are quite different. Yeah, I would encourage you, if you're interested, you can go and look at the website and the curriculum to really understand how they are different. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Will ISE graduates be jack of all trades? Any students want to take this question? I mean, it also depends on what are the courses you take throughout your 4 years in ISE, because we have a lot of courses offered, like coding, data analytics. We know project management as well. It depends on your what your focus is as well. But in more like statistical evidence has provided that a lot of our alumni has gone on to work in many, many different industries. So it goes to show how they can actually be employed in a very different workplace settings. Yeah. Okay. What are some scholarships and financial schemes offered to ISE engineering students?
If you are interested, you always can look into the NUS Scholarship and Financial Aid website. There are a lot of the information pertaining of the scholarship and as well as the financial aid, including the bursary application. So if you are interested, you also always can take a look at the NUS Scholarship website. As I say, second major, you don't need to be so rushed. Try to work, not later decide before the end of the second year. So those students interested in second major or whatever, bear in mind that second major have two types of category. One of the category is called open application. One is called the restricted application. So what is different between the open and restricted? The restricted, that means those students whichever interested to read for that category of the restricted second major, they need to seek for the home department prior approval. That means there has a certain application deadline. You need to submit within that deadline for the consideration. Right? Without the prior approval, you are not allowed to read. That's called the restricted application. Open application, it means anytime you can read, as long as you meet the requirement, you fulfill that program. All right, so bear in mind, please read carefully all the information all stated in the NUS website, whether this major or this minor is under open or restricted. All right? So the difference is open is anytime you can read throughout the course of study of 4 years, but restricted, please apply before 5th semester. That is the difference. And the same for the home department for approval. The home department means referring to the program department. For example, economic as a second major, then you need to apply within the deadline of the economic department open. Once you get the approval, then you go ahead. All right?
Okay. What can I prepare in advance for some of the modules, in some of the modules before entering ISE Year 1? Students?
I think for ISE, like year 1, if you want to really prepare, you can touch up on basic like programming. So Python, for example. If VBA scares you, because it is it's quite different from Python, you can look into VBA as well and understand what it's about and how it works. And I would say in terms of the math side of things, maybe a little bit more on like your calculus, making sure that you can do differentiation integration before you do some of the modules like differential equations. I think that will help you to integrate a little bit better into the first year. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. What's the difference between CCA like ISE Club and CCA offered by Hall?
Yeah, I would say CCA like ISE Club is more own time, own target. yeah, so we don't like have like specific time where we like get together and like plan certain kind of events. So it's more like if like everyone is like busy, then we plan at our own time, and then we get together and then discuss like the activities plan and things like that. So I would say like because I don't stay in hall, so I'm not really sure like what's the CCA like there. But I think from what I hear from most of my friends, it's more like physical, so you have to be there, and then it usually ends like pretty late. Like I think latest I've heard is like 12 midnight, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, is it still possible to get tuition grant after securing admission to ISE?
What's the question? Wait. You need to apply, and the offer letter is offered to you, and I believe they will be enclosed the application for student grant. You need to fill in this application and submit to the admission office. All right? Possible.
Do ISE students without a physics background need to take physics bridging course like other engineering degrees? Yes. Yes, sir.
What's the question? It's good to take the bridging course, but it's not compulsory, right? The reason is because you have the physics that you will know engineering actually a lot of times connected with the physics thing. So you have the idea that without the physics, that means sometimes you will be weakened in certain area. So it's not compulsory, but it's good to take.
Would there be more physics or computing involved? Definitely computing, because we are very focused on coding and focusing on data. Are poly students disadvantaged as they did not take H2 Math, any bridging modules?
Yes, there's a bridging module that we have to take in year 1, Sem 1. So if I'm not wrong, I think it's MA 1301. So that's the supposed to be the bridging module for math. But I would say that the module, like what they cover, is mainly H2 Math. So I think the only thing that they didn't really like cover as much is probably like probability. So I would suggest to take MA 1301, which is compulsory, and then also brush up a bit on probability. If not, like a poly student like me suffered in probability and statistics mod, ST 2334. Yeah. Oh yeah. I think window will be better because for our year 1 Sem 1 mod IE 111R, I think that my friends who were using Mac OS had certain some difficulties in accessing the Excel VBA. Yeah, but it's still doable. So if you have Mac OS already, so not to worry, because we have a ISE lab where you can come in and use the computers to run the Excel simulations. Is that my question?
How many students come from Polytechnic? Do they cope well? You can answer the coping one.
Coping well, yeah, I think I'm still coping well, okay lah. And considering I came from chemistry background, so but to be fair, because I also was more interested in math back then in poly, so I actually took like further math. So the math aspect and everything, I think still doing okay. Maybe like a bit of struggling, a bit of struggle when trying to get used to the university curriculum. But right now, I think mostly the JC and the poly students are just doing on par. Yeah.
How many in poly?
Each year, average about 10 poly students. We're getting more and more joining our program.
What is the pathway to land up in a career in banking and finance industry? Which specialization or second major should one choose?
I would say for an ISE major, if you are looking to go into banking and finance, perhaps QF is something that will be interested in, quantitative finance. I think it would be a good complement. Or another route that you can go would be to take a second major in finance, but focus, second major in management, sorry, but focus more on the finance modules that are offered by business school. So I think those two routes mainly, yeah.
If offered engineering major to be decided later with second major in systems engineering, does that mean I cannot take ISE anymore, or can I take ISE and change my major later on? Do you mean like you take another engineering first with systems engineering and then change it to ISE? Just ISE? Who is the one who asked this question? Nobody. It just came up on its own. Okay.
Okay, if the student admitted to the CDE engineering course, we regard whether you civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and so forth. And subsequently, you may decide to want to shift your program to ISE. And university actually open out to the second year. Anytime from the year 1 to year 2, you must decide. Once you decided, you can always shift to one to another program. Right?
Can you share more about AI courses to be introduced in the ISE curriculum in the coming years?
Okay, so for this one, we are currently revamping a course called Machine Learning for Industrial Engineers. So we are going to revamp this course to include the state-of-the-art AI methods. Okay, so that is a 4,000 level course. And in addition to that, we are also revamping the 5,000 courses for our master students. And we will allow our UG students to choose these courses. So these courses include like deep learning for industrial applications and statistical learning with application 1, statistical learning with application 2. And we have quite a few courses at the 5,000 level courses, and we'll open these courses to UG students. So it means that you can choose these courses to fulfill your ISE major requirement.
Thank you. Is the cohort bonded?
I think this is kind of a funny question because everyone will have a different perspective about the cohort because it's 100 people and like sometimes you even interact with people from other years as well. I would say in general, students from ISE are quite friendly and I keep in touch with everyone whom I've met like in my group project since my first course in ISE lah. So I would say quite friendly, but in terms of bondedness, it depends on your initiative to take part in the activities also. Yeah.
Do you invite companies for campus recruitment? Our department?
The faculty actually every year have organized, invite all the industry people to be here to have a career exhibition, at the same time to recruit the potential our students to join their company. Every year.
So it's not department specific, but it's done on a faculty level. Yeah. Anyone has any more questions? Okay. What is the ratio of male to female students? Is it 50? It's about 50-50. Yeah. Very balanced engineering course. Okay. Any more? Okay.
All right, so we are coming towards the close of our this sharing and presentation sessions. Okay, so if you have further questions or anything want to chat with our staff and our students, yeah, we can continue to do so. Right, there are still drinks available. There are some here and then some other flavors outside. Okay, so yeah. Right, we'll come to a close for this part. Okay, thank you so much for spending the time here with us. Okay, so now we will proceed to the outside. Okay, to continue our this informal discussion. Okay, so as you make your way down towards the door here, please help us to also to dispose the bento boxes into the plastic bags, and then we will deal with it. All right, thank you very much.